Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling. Wildlife, a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Duke Blue Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60 the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade, and Wallace Wade Stadium is starting to really rock and roll when opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Blue Devils ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will have the first possession of the game. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Every
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. Off-play action. Rush right in his face. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Blue Devils offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if running free. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Shepard. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective.
It's a fumble, and this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on you on second down.
And the Blue Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Shepard. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Keep it on the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Under pressure, finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Oh, pressure's coming. Snacks it over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Finds his man. It's Ship. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
From the gun, the running back has it. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's French. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. Plows his way ahead. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a fourth down to keep the drive going.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They were all over it. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Drops back. It's O'Neal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's Richardson.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Look out! Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air, it's O'Neal. They're all over him. And he avoids the sack. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Making his first move. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Throws it off the RPO. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. Slips through the line. And there he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina. Special teams proving to be special. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Straight ahead, it's Shepard. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Right at the line. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. For yardage. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together.
Fires and picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Back to pass on second down. Between the hashes, it's Richardson. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just smothered on the play.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Duke.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. Got him on the RPO. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. On the run, it's Hall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Sells to fake. Here comes the heat.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Fires to the wideout. Left side is Ship. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! A great catch and run for 6.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in this situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And back to the air on second down. Out wide left, it's Nicholas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man in the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Fires to the middle. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got the first down. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. On the RPO, got him. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's going to take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Catching up with North Carolina's head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In the backfield, it's Campbell. At midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hits inside. It's Shepard. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Out wide right, it's Richardson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Left side, it's Nicholas. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Blue Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Right side, it's Richardson. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They take the lead with the 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Sets his feet. It's Edwards. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Needs it here on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. From the gun, running back on the move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Running inside. It's Hall. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Tar Heels! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quick give. It's Shepard. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught on the RPO. Turning it on! He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the 1st, and they keep this drive alive.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Follows his blocks. It's Shepard. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll operate out of split backs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So 1st down will open up the final period. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. We'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Tar Heels have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Churns into the pile. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. The run inside. It's Shepard. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Selling the fake. Hit as he throws. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Out wide right, it's Richardson. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Right side, it's Campbell. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start start the drive. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. At the 40, there he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9. Tight end now in motion. They give it back to him. Powers through the defender. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for running room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Straight ahead, it's Hall. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Push is ahead, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, UNC! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, down here on the Duke sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Wants to throw again. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
That is how you step up for a defense right there. Force the turnover. Let's not make this thing get close, right? I got a 2-possession lead. I get the ball back with, close to 3 minutes remaining. I'm sitting in a great spot. Offense, go get me some first downs.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Got it. Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout Duke. That's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Off play action on first down. Lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They go to the wide receiver screen. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the right side. Defense all over him.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout, run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry